Okay, let's have a look at some parts of speech, and we'll just take a random section from 1984. In a moment, you will have to do a quiz where you'll have to identify the parts of speech in this first sentence, but we will just start with the next sentence. So let's start with the following. Always, at every moment, there will be the thrill of victory, the sensation of trampling on an enemy who is helpless. If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. Okay, it's a very famous part of the book. So notice firstly that we start with a list, really. Always and at every moment are two different time expressions telling us when the main clause will happen. Yeah, when will there be the thrill of victory? Well, it will be always and it will be at every moment. I mean, really, they're two ways of saying the same thing. But I want you to notice that, just because the reason for this comma is really because we're listing two different time expressions, two different adverbial phrases, yeah? And I'm going to call them adverbial phrases because they describe when the main clause happens. And you might say when the verb in the main clause happens, really. When will there be the thrill of victory? It will be always and at every moment. Okay, so they're both adverbial, and that means that we've already done the first word. It's definitely an adverb. And always, often, sometimes, never, rarely, seldom, all of these adverbs of frequency, they describe when the verb happens, and so they are adverbs usually, and usually is another adverb. Okay, so then we come on to at every moment, and let's break it down. I mean, the whole thing is adverbial, but what does it consist of? So it starts with at, and at is always followed by a noun, and it sets up a relationship to the noun, and it really does tell you position a lot of the time, yeah? So this is a preposition. When you say at the bus stop, yeah, or I was at school, you're telling somebody your location, and so it's certainly position. But it doesn't prepositions don't have to be about position. I want to make that clear. They just very often are. This one certainly is often about position. And remember, they can be about position in time or space. It could be in time as well. And at is very a common preposition of time. You know, at 3 o'clock, at 3:30. This is a preposition, at. Then we've got every, and every is one of the determiners. I want you to memorize as many determiners as possible because there aren't that many. And you can see anyway that every quantifies the next word, which is a noun. And this is why it's a determiner. Yeah, we say every man, every woman,